Inky's Amazing Escape: How a Very Smart Octopus Found His Way Home. Written by Cy Montgomery, illustrated by Amy Schilmer Safford. The baby octopus hatched out of an egg the size of a grain of rice. His mother used her jet to blow him from her den out to the sea, along with his tiny octopus brothers and sisters. Each octopus set out on a journey alone. They're born ready to explore. For weeks, the octopus rode the currents of the Pacific Ocean. He ate tiny scraps of food that floated by. He grew fast. Soon he needed bigger meals: clams, fish, and octopus's favorite, crabs. To find them, the little octopus had to explore. Curious, he wondered, might there be a tasty morsel here? What about over there? He poked his slippery, bendy arms into every nook and cranny. Soon he found a yummy clam. He used his strong suckers to pull the clam apart and ate the clam for dinner. Now the octopus was sleepy. How would he find a safe place to nap? He searched among the coral. He found a crack that led into a little cave. In went 1 arm, 2 arms, 4 arms, 8. Good night. In the morning, the octopus again went exploring. What would he find today? He could both feel and taste with his suckers. But he didn't see the long green fish swimming like a banner rippling in the wind. It was a moray eel. He chomped down onto 2 of the octopus's arms. The young octopus used his jet to shoot away, head first, arms trailing behind. But the eel had bitten off the tips of 2 of his arms. The octopus was hungry and hurt, but he went on. The octopus spotted a wooden box lying on the sea floor. In went his slippery, bendy arms. In went his squishy head. He ate the lobster, and he took a nap. Woken from sleep, the octopus felt himself rising up and out of the water. What the octopus thought was a safe den was a fisherman's lobster trap. "You aren't a lobster!" the fisherman exclaimed. "What do we have here?" The octopus, who had never seen a human before, wondered the same thing. "You're hurt," the fisherman observed. He decided to take the little octopus to the aquarium. The aquarium keeper saw the octopus's hurt arms. "You'll be safe with us," she told the octopus, and poured him into a tank. She named him Inky, because when they're scared, octopuses can squirt ink. But the little octopus wasn't scared. He was ready to explore. He felt and tasted the glass and all the corners with his slippery, bendy arms and his strong suckers. He crawled to the top of the tank and looked up at the keeper. She handed him his favorite snack, a yummy crab. Now they were friends. Inky liked it when the keeper pet him. Sometimes he was so happy he would change color. Octopuses change color to fool prey and escape enemies, but they show their feelings this way too. When the keeper opened the lid to his tank, Inky turned red with excitement. When he relaxed, he turned white. Sometimes he made spots on his arms. Sometimes he sprouted stripes and splotches. Inky felt better. He had fun in his tank. The keeper gave him dried corals, pots, and jars to explore. Inky poked his slippery, bendy arms into all of them. Sometimes he'd squeeze his squishy head inside. Sometimes the keeper gave Inky toys. Inky liked to take apart Lego blocks and put them back together again. He liked playing with Mr. Potato Head. One time, with his suckers, he pulled off Mr. Potato Head's eyes and handed them to the starfish in his tank. Inky grew very fast. When he arrived at the aquarium, he was the size of a baseball. Now he was the size of a soccer ball, and his arms had healed. Inky was always exploring. One night, the keeper forgot to close the lid to Inky's tank tightly enough. He poked a slippery, bendy arm through the gap. What would he find? First, 1 arm, then another, and another. Then all 8 arms climbed out of the tank. Finally, his squishy head was out too. Inky slid along the floor, exploring with his arms. Soon he came to a hole, a drain for the water always slopping out of the aquarium tanks and hoses. Where would the hole lead? There was only one way to find out. He poked his slippery, bendy arms into the drain. 1 arm, 2 arm, 4 arms, 8. He pulled and pushed, he pushed and pulled, and finally his squishy head popped inside the drain too. Inky traveled a long way, down, 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 and down. Inky inched his way through the long pipe. At last he could feel a taste of change. Out popped 1 arm, 2 arms, 4 arms, 8. And finally Inky's squishy head was free again. The drain pipe ran right back into the Pacific Ocean. And that's where Inky is today, still ready to explore.